In this video, we can talk about the genetic drift or SEWALL-WRIGHT effect or sampling error. Generally, when you see the genetic drift or SEWALL-WRIGHT effect or sampling error, the random changes in gene frequency in a reproductively isolated small population purely by chance but not by natural selection is called genetic drift or SEWALL-WRIGHT effect or sampling error. This genetic drift was proposed by the USA population geneticist SEWALL-WRIGHT in 1930. It shows founder effect and bottleneck effect. Now you can see the definition in a very simple way. The random RC means random changes in gene frequency in a small isolated population purely by chance but not by natural selection is called genetic drift or SEWALL-WRIGHT effect or sampling error. Once again, I am telling random changes in gene frequency in a small isolated population purely by chance but not by natural selection is called genetic drift or SEWALL-WRIGHT effect or sampling error. This was proposed by SEWALL-WRIGHT in 1930. He was a USA based population geneticist. Here you can see the definition once again. Random changes in gene frequency in a very small isolated population purely by chance but not by natural selection is called genetic drift or random drift or SEWALL-WRIGHT effect. This concept shows founder effect as well as bottleneck effect. Here you can see this concept was proposed by the US geneticist SEWALL-WRIGHT in 1930. Genetic drift is operated only in small reproductively isolated population, whereas Hardy-Weinberg law was operated in a large panmictic population. It is a random process. Genetic drift is a random process. It is non-directional. It is operated by chance alone, but not by natural selection. Here you can see the genetic drift. GD means genetic drift, leads to loss of genetic variations. Important allele may disappear from the population. A drastic reduction in population size is called bottleneck effect or sampling error. A drastic reduction in population size is called bottleneck effect or sampling error. The genetic drift upsets Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium in small populations. In a small population, heterozygosity tends to change into homozygosity. The formation of new genotype in a newly settled population is called founder effect. The genetic drift may fix some non-adaptive characters in a small population. By genetic drift, new mutations may arise in a small population. It may retain or lost without adaptive value. Generally, you can see the genetic drift has two components. One is the founder effect and another one is the bottleneck effect. Where from a old population, some of the few individuals migrate due to the environmental change. Some of the few individuals may migrate from the old population and they go into the other areas where they settled a colony and they established a new colony. They are rightly said to be the founders. They are rightly said to be the founders. Generally, from the world population, a small group of individuals may migrate from the original population due to environmental change and they goes to other areas and they become founders and they establish a new colony. These founders are genetically different from the world population. Founder effect is a form of genetic drift due to non due to environmental change. Few individuals may migrate from the original population and settled in a new colony. They form the founders. The founders show the very different phenotypic and genotypic divergency. Here, the founders show the phenotypic and genotypic divergency. The Amish population is the best example for founder effect. They are migrated from Germany. Generally, the Amish population is the population which are migrated from Germany in 17th century and settled in Pennsylvania, a state in USA. All Amish population shows some of the genetic disorders like dwarfism, Angelman's syndrome, and rare blood groups, and they are also shows polydactyly. These are the Amish population originally migrated from the Germany where they settled in Pennsylvania. Still these people never allow the other people for marriage. They can go for the intra marriages. Generally these people never use any modern technologies like the tractor or anything else. They are using only the buggies, the horse buggies, as well as they can use horses for agriculture operations. Here you can see the bottleneck effect courtesy by the this is the parent population. This parent population is having two types of individuals, yellow individuals and the blue individuals. When they are subjected to bottleneck, that is the environmental change or drastic reduction in population, this bottleneck will act as a reducer, or a drastic reduction will take place. Some of the coins, only blue or yellow coins will come. Only the blue coins are more surviving individuals for. The next generation will form into more blue individuals. Here you can see the explanation. The drastic reduction in population size is called the bottleneck effect. That means here the neck of the bottle will act as the reduction, a drastic reduction in population size is called a bottleneck. This may due to the natural disasters like flooding, drought, epidemic diseases. You know the epidemic diseases, the swine flu or any corona will act as epidemic disease, and other forces like earthquake, volcanic eruption, man-made wildfires, as well as tsunamis, El Nino, La Nina. These are the effects due to the environmental hazards. The population will drastically decreases. That is called bottleneck effect. The best example for bottleneck effect is northern elephant seal. The bottleneck effect causes the loss of genetic variability. Here you can see the northern seal breeds in North America. They are severely hunted to extinction in 19th century. The population is reduced to 20 individuals. Now the number is increased to 10,000, but their species has lost the genetic variability. They are susceptible to number of genetic disorders. These are the effects of the genetic effect, genetic drift. You can see this is the gist about the genetic drift. A random change in a gene frequency in a small reproductively isolated small population purely by chance but not by natural selection is called genetic drift or SEWALL-RIGHT effect or error sampling or random effect. This was proposed by US-based population genetist SEWALL-RIGHT in 1930. That's why to honor him, the SEWALL-RIGHT effect was produced. It shows founder effect and bottleneck effect. These are the postulations of genetic drift. Thank you for listening. we will see in the next video also.